Welcome back to Kentucky Sports Television. Emory Sports Marketing released a study ranking the best fans in college basketball. The study measures brand equity based on revenue compared to on-the-court performance and defines winning at rates at postseason success as well. The highest-ranked schools pulled in greater revenue even when their teams were not playing well. So using data from 2001 to 2011, the top 10 schools are Louisville at number 1, Kentucky down at number 7, and behind the cards Duke, Arkansas as well on there. The study's authors provide two possible explanations. One, Razorback fans show up despite less court success. And two, Kentucky underprices tickets and may collect less revenue than is possible. Basically, this is garbage. Garbage, but I know you have something you want to say.
I mean, it's hard when you win at everything you do. I mean, what do you expect from us? I mean, we can only do so much.
This is like winning the Big East in football. Nobody respects this. Come on now, this is terrible.
I mean, it's better than Kentucky football playing in the Flaming Hot Cheeto Bowl.
You have to admit, even like. Kentucky at the 7th best college basketball fan base is ridiculous.
Based on projections of revenue?
You're just being a troll now. Come on now.
Hey, throw your L's up one time.
They have Texas ranked high in this.
Yes.
People in Texas don't care anything about college basketball at all. I mean, they have them ahead of Kentucky at number 6. When you're in Texas, no one cares. I'm telling you, I grew up in Texas.
Yes.
They had a good basketball team. No one cared about it. Right. Kentucky pretends. When they have a good football team, they still show up.
You know what you sound like? A giant jar of Morton salt. You're just so salty right now. What's wrong with you? It's okay. You can't win everything.
Do you get this excited over the Big East football championship?
You know, I don't worry about things. When you're used to winning so much, you can't worry about everything.
Mike DeCourcy said it best. He wrote a thing yesterday that said, something along the lines of, just because you take a garbage study and put a respected name on it, like Emory University, doesn't mean it's not garbage. That's garbage. There's no way. In fact, I think we should take the clip of you saying Kentucky's not a good fan base. We'll put it on our Facebook page.
I didn't say that.
We'll put it on our. We'll put it. I didn't say that. I said they were. You just don't have any respect. We have to teach you.
It's
some
hard
respect.
being a winner around here.
There's got to be an HR class about respecting UK. We'll get you enrolled in.
Okay.
The rumors about the Cleveland Cavaliers trading their number 1 draft pick are ramping up. It sounds like it may involve a former Wildcat now. Reports are saying that the Cavs are interested in trading with the Sacramento Kings for DeMarcus Cousins. The other teams interested in Boogie are the Dallas Mavericks and the Charlotte Hornets. If you're Cleveland, Perrin, you have the number 1 pick in the draft. You going to trade it for DeMarcus Cousins?
You know, I'm torn about this because I'd rather be in Sacramento than be in Cleveland any day of the week. I'm sorry. You know, I have nothing against Kyrie Irving, Dion Waiters.
But if you're the Cavs, are you going to make the move?
I mean, it's worth the risk. I mean, because they have the salary cap space too, they could sign a power forward. And, you know, J.J. Hickson had a good year. He used to play in Cleveland.
Right.
You add him to that lineup with DeMarcus Cousins. You trade away the number 1 pick. You have Kyrie Irving, Dion Waiters. You have 4 solid starters in your rotation.
Yeah, if I'm the Cavs, I do it now. And there's talk that they might put all of their draft picks from this year in that. I'd do that even. You're not going to get – and we love Nerlens. He's not DeMarcus Cousins. And DeMarcus Cousins is already at the weight Nerlens needs to get at. He's already nimble, and he has experience. And for all the questions about his attitude, I think he's a guy that gets in a new environment and succeeds. You think it's just as simple as getting him on a new team that it can kind of change things enough for him?
You know, when you're winning, it conquers everything. You know, when Ray Lewis, everybody called him a murderer. Then he won a Super Bowl championship.
Right.
Nobody cared.
Yeah.
I feel like if DeMarcus wins and he goes somewhere and he's on a winning team and they're in the playoffs, people think different of DeMarcus. You know, he has that negative attitude thing going with him. But I don't think – every time I've met him, I've never had that interaction with him. So it's kind of hard for people to say that about him.
I heard just from some people that it's the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks are where he's going to most likely end up. And to me, that's a great fit, not only because I'm a Mavericks fan. I would love it. But that's an organization that embraces goofiness a little bit. And that's what DeMarcus is. He's a character, and they embrace that. Dirk is a really goofy guy. Steve Nash is a wacky guy. And they thrive there. That fan base embraced them, kind of rallied around them. Yes. And when they were criticized, Dirk's soft. No, he's not soft, and stuck up for him. I think that's a place where he can really connect. If of the Cavs, the Hornets, formerly the Bobcats, now the Hornets, and the Mavericks, where do you think he fits best?
I mean, if you want to go somewhere and make an instant impact and win right away and be surrounded by savvy veterans that'll help him and guide him along, and then he'll be the cornerstone of that franchise once Dirk retires, I think Dallas is the logical choice. You know, Charlotte, that's the place where fun goes to die right now. So I would just stay away from that place right now.
Get him, if he's in Dallas, he may be on Shark Tank with Cuban. Your bitch sucks, you know. Shoot people down. The other guy discussed in these trades now is Eric Bledsoe. He will most likely be traded once the Clippers re-sign Chris Paul. Orlando, they have the number 2 pick. They're targeting Bledsoe, maybe with the number 2 pick, but most likely Aaron Aflalo, send him back to L.A. You like Bledsoe as the point guard of the future with that team in Orlando?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good fit for him. The only thing that worries me is, he's a young point guard. He doesn't have a lot of great pieces around him. So, will that shake his confidence? How would that be for his development, So, he'll have to do a ton of scoring, I feel like. So, hopefully they're able to do some stuff in the draft and they got some young guys. They got the Vujacic kid from USC. He had a bang-up year. So, we'll see what happens with that. But, I think it'll be a good fit for him because Chris Paul said he deserves to start somewhere.
Yeah, he's proven that, he's exceeded everybody's expectations. But it's interesting. I don't think it's a great fit just because, like you said, there's not enough talent there to really let him grow into a role. He kind of has to assume a big role early on. But Tobias Harris showed some flashes. Deron Lamb even looked pretty good in some spurts.
I forget he's down there.
And showed he can play. Yes. So as they build, maybe Bledsoe can be a big piece of that. We will see. Now, don't go anywhere because next on Kentucky Sports Television, the SEC spring meeting is still rolling along in Destin, Florida. We'll bring you the latest news on the 2014 football schedule and why 8 conference games may not last too long. That's right after the break, but first check your forecast on CN2.